Tawana Talks.
Hello and welcome to Tawana Talks. I'm Tawana, and again, these podcasts are really therapeutic for me. I go by the just one principle, and so if it helps just one, then I'm glad with that. And sometimes that just one is me, so I'm always glad. So have you ever not tried something because of the way that it looked or the packaging or how it was presented? Or have you ever tried something because of the packaging or how it was presented or the way that it looked? So let me tell you a story. Just recently, I was at my brother and sister-in-law's, and my sister-in-law was making dinner, and she was making this chicken dish, and we're just in the kitchen having a conversation, just kind of catching up, doing what girls do, and you know, bypassingly observing what she's doing. I'm not getting a tutorial. I'm not watching her cook, but just in talking, I'm seeing what she's doing, and I noticed that she pulled out the refrigerator what looked like to be a bottle of Ensure, and we're talking and she's cooking and she takes it out, she pours it in the pan and then puts it back. And I had to stop mid conversation. I was baffled first and I was like, I don't know about that. But I was more so baffled because I've known her for many years and I've never had reason to believe that she was doing anything out of the ordinary with her cooking. And so the baffledness came more so with, why am I feeling this way? Like, why would she be doing that? Not like, did she? Like, why would she? Like, why does that even make sense? Why am I even thinking that to even make sense? But nonetheless, I had to investigate. And so I stopped and I was like, excuse me, did you just put Ensure in that chicken? And she was like, no, I put half and half. And I was like, oh. And although she told me exactly what she did, I still had to go to the refrigerator and I guess I was double checking. Not that I didn't believe her, but I was just like, that packaging looked a little bit different. So let me check to see not if it wasn't Ensure, but what kind of half and half it was. Because I want to get the same thing if this meal turns out to be the bomb, right? So I look in the refrigerator and I look at it and I was like, oh, lo and behold, it was truly Insured. I mean, not Insured. It was truly half and half. Nothing out of the ordinary, but the packaging was totally different because it came from a different store. She lives in a different state as I do, and so it was from a different store. So the packaging was different, and I was like, So I'm thinking, if, when, not if, because the matter of fact, let me just fast forward. The food was bomb. It was great. It was delicious. So much so that I needed the recipe so that I can duplicate it at home and have it again and as many times and whenever I wanted to have it. So that's not a secret to the story. So I didn't want to leave that out like, if, like, here's a surprise, it was great, or here's a surprise, it was disgusting. No, it was good. So I'll take away the mystery of that. But when looking at the package, I was like, if I wanted to make this again, I need to know exactly what it was, because do I have to get the same packaging for it to taste the same way, or can I get the product that's in the package for it to be, come out, the product to come out, the overall product to come out the same. So then that led me to start thinking, do we limit ourselves because of the label or the package that it is presented or delivered to us? Do we limit ourselves? Do we, cap ourselves from being able to experience something great because of the package and the label that was placed on it? Sometimes it is important for us to explore, ask questions, take a look at the label, and then see what's actually in the package, despite what it looked like prior to investigating, and even despite what it looked like, after prior to seeing the package, or seeing the package even going further, because I could have pretty much said like, well, I don't know, that looked like Ensure, so despite what she tells me, I'm not eating it. Or I could have not even asked questions, just assumed that she was putting Ensure in there and just been like, I don't care how good her cooking has been in the past, I'm not eating no Ensure chicken. So yeah, but I didn't. I took it a step further. I asked the question, I got an answer, and I took it another step further, and I investigated for myself, and I took it another step further, excuse me, and I tried it, and I liked it, and so that opened me up to another experience, another opportunity to experience something great. I could have, if I pulled back all of those steps, I could have capped and limited myself from experiencing something. So just thinking about the packages, the labels, excuse me, that have been placed on people and individuals, and then the package that they have been in because of those labels. And so we think about how we label children, taking this to an education mindset and perspective. What are the labels that have been placed on children, whether it has been diagnoses that have been labeled on children, or it has been labels that have been placed because of the experiences that they've had in the school setting or the home setting. And so we think about diagnoses that have been labeled, things like ADHD. That's my passion. That's what I'm looking at. And so that's where my brain goes, right now. But those labels could be a whole host of labels that have been placed on children. And then with that label, that child is now packaged. And so then either they are limited, their experiences, or their success is limited, or opportunities for success, not success, but opportunities for success is limited because of the type of package that they were presented in, because of the label that was placed on them. It is our responsibility as parents, as adults who have more experience, it is our responsibility as educators to go past the label and go past the package. One, so that we can open up a whole new world of experiences and opportunities for these children. But then two, we can also open up a whole new experience and opportunity for us to learn more so that we can be more supportive of individuals, children, and others that have been labeled and packaged. Don't let the label and the package limit or stop you from an experience that will then lead you to a whole world of possibilities and a whole world of greatness. What if I have not experienced that meal? I made it two times already since I've been to my brother's house. And that's now a staple. Well, two times, that makes it a staple. If it's made once, but if it's made twice, it becomes a staple. It is something that is going to show up every month, if not more than once a month. That may become every week type of meal because it was so easy. But because I moved past the label and the package, I was able to get to the experience that is an experience that I'm now great to have. So just think about that. As a parent, don't label our kids, number one, and then put them in a package that could prevent them from being presentable for outstanding opportunities. Two, don't accept a label that then packages your child that limits them from outstanding opportunities. If your child has been labeled with a certain diagnosis, explore that, unpack that some more, read that label so that you have an opportunity to better package your child and being able to prepare them for success through that packaging, giving them the opportunity, speaking life into them, giving them the experiences so that their package is a lot more appealing than what the label would have presented to them. If you're an educator, you are going to each time get a new set of children every single year, and sometimes additional children throughout the year, depending on what type of school setting that you work in. Those children are coming with a whole host of labels. Those children are coming packaged a multiplicity of ways that they're packaged. Don't let those labels and those package cap you from experiencing something great and imparting something great into the lives of those children so that they can be all that they are set up to be in the time that they're in your presence, in the time that they're partnering with you for their learning and their opportunities for experience and learnings. We place all type of labels on children when we think about education. That's the talkative one, that's the bad one, that's the combative one, all of those types of things. And we also place other labels that don't have negative connotations. That's the good one. That's the one that listens. That's the one that's compliant and those types of things. And so then we look at those packages as being the standard package or the prime package or the go-to package. And so those students get the opportunities and things like that. Continue providing those students with the opportunities. But what I'm saying is take that same energy and give it to the other students who may not look to have such favorable packaging, because it's our job. If you are in the position of teaching students, and that's parents too, so we signed up for that, then it is your duty, it's your job to take it to the next level. Teaching is a verb. Teacher is a verb. It's who you are, and it's also what you do. And in order to teach, there has to be some learning. And in order for there to be some learning, there has to be some unpacking. And so let's take the label off or read the label, unpack it, and open up a whole new world of greatness and possibilities. Thank you for listening.